Hello, welcome to a quick update of the, I say quick update, it's a full 20 minutes long, but this is a sort of a quick update to Scipii campaign with an accidental siege of Apollonia. When I was making the last video, the update video, I thought I needed a bit of action to show my Scipii campaign being interesting. So I just wanted to do this bit here and perhaps a bit of fighting, and I just left fraps running and I finished off the battle and I thought, well, I may as well just carry on with it really. But I didn't do any commentary at the time, because like I say, I didn't actually intend for this to happen. So here we are. I thought it's quite a good example of how you can use the AI stupidity against you, because this is quite an equal battle. We've got similar numbers of troops, and them being the defenders, it should have been a complete bloodbath for me. Once I find where I'm supposed to be going. But here's the thing, I find if I stay away from the gatehouse and just go straight ahead up that road up ahead and make a beeline for the village square, while the enemy AI are all fixated around the gatehouse, as I want to do, I can hopefully just run rings around them. So here we are. We discovered that you can destroy stone walls with ballistas, you just need 2 lots of them. This is the bit that's in the channel update video. Not really much to talk about while you're waiting for walls to come down, isn't it? Is there? I suppose I could speed this bit up. Nah. So have a look at my army there. It's full of nice legionary cohorts, followed by 2 cohorts, 2 urban cohorts. No, 3! 3 urban cohorts who are going to be my best foot forward. They're going to storm in through the breach once it's opened. Although given a dangerous position, maybe I should have sent something a bit more expendable, because that's good. I have to take them back all the way back to Syracuse? Yeah, Syracuse to retrain them up. Anyway, I'm talking about the results of the battle now, and that's a spoiler alert, so don't listen to the last bit if you wanted to know what happened to the urban cohorts. They've got some idea of what's going on. There's 1, 2, 3, 4... Yeah, there's 4 divisions there, including the General's bodyguard. So they're not daft, they can see something's happening. With the remaining ammunition and ballista, I think it's had a couple of shots at that tower there. It didn't destroy it, so... Oh, a bit of a mistake. I'm used to pressing escape and that, like, cancelling the order, but that's not quite what happened. I don't know what happened there. That's better. Yeah, if I recall, they've got an early legionary cohort, a regular legionary cohort, and a Praetorian cohort in that gap there. And the Praetorians are the ones that's going to be the most bother. But you notice they've not moved the rest of their army from around the gatehouse. So I think, well, may as well press forward. Because what I was thinking at this time was, you know, it'll probably be a disaster, but I've got the footage for the channel update video. And you think, well, since it's working, may as well see how we go. You know, the legionary cohort, now toe to toe, they should be fine, but also the peeler is a big thing as well. When they get a sort of whole post of peeler towards you, the shock to morale causes problems. That's problematic. So by the time you got into position, they've already fired. And look at those casualties taken through. I think while I was storming through this, storming into the breach, I was quietly whistling some martial music to myself. Specifically, I think Lily Berlello. I was listening to some old recordings of the BBC World Service, and they used to play that as the BBC World Service signature theme tune. I don't think it is anymore, because like I say, it's a bit controversial, shall we say. But yeah, because I've been listening to it, I got it into my head. Once more into the breach, and look, they're running off and luring me into a trap, and here they go, the Praetorian cohort. That's when I knew I was in trouble.
13 hours, Greenwich Mean Time. BBC World Service, the news read by Peter Lewis. The students occupying the American embassy in Tehran are allowing foreign
So running off the cream of the crop. Now what I was hoping was that there'd be a reverse of what just happened then. Like, I'd run off, they'd chase after me, then I'd be able to fire my peeler into them. But no, that didn't happen. All the while this is happening, I'm being fired on by those two towers there. It's atrocious. But this is the good thing about urban cohorts. Look how quickly they recovered their morale. They've lost most of the men here. They only took a step back outside of the breach, and they're already fine again. Fortunately, I've got plenty of reserves to just sort of throw into the mix. Rather glad of that. Just one line of cohort after another. What was I saying somewhere about if you've got a problem, throw men at a problem. If you've still got a problem, throw some more in afterwards. The Soviet school of military dogma. There we go, a bit more success now. Yeah, once they've actually connected, because they're urban cohorts, and these are early legionary cohorts, they're no problem until the peeler come in again. That's going to be a real problem until I actually take this corner. They've got the Praetorians over there and some more, and they're throwing the peeler into the sides. It's devastating. And look at that, they're fleeing again. So the losses aren't quite so heavy. But I think I've moved my archers up now. I finally take the hint to move the archers up and fire my own missiles into the mix. Because if they're going to mass a load of troops into one area, I've got to take advantage of that. And it dawns on me slowly. It's not a sudden realisation that I've got to force as many people in as possible. It's like when the first wave breaks down, I bring the couple more, and then the second wave breaks down a couple and bring the couple more cohorts. Until I realise that I've basically got to just swarm the area. Oh, but this bit's beautiful. The archers just firing to the back of those legionary cohort there. They run off somewhere, giving me a chance to march my troops in. Those urban cohorts are going once more into the breach. And as a siege assault, yeah, they're not my strong point, I'll be honest. They're difficult at the best of times. But when the numbers are so evenly matched and you've only got enough ballista bullets, or what do ballistas fire? I'm not sure. You've only got enough ammunition to break down a single breach. You know it's going to be a pretty bloody battle. This is where I thought, oh, it's all gone wrong now. They've realised the mistake of bringing in reinforcements. But they only do it piecemeal. If you're playing against a human opponent, they would have seen what was going on when you deployed over there, and they would have brought all the troops over immediately. It would have been impossible. Fortunately, you know, that's the AI for you. I want to keep on pausing the game. This is terrible. This is why I'm no good at multiplayer battles. I stop and think about what I'm doing. Now that's legionary cavalry. I was worried that was the general, and then they'd be able to cause a real damage to these troops. But Roman cavalry is just terrible. In fact, they've got themselves bogged down in infantry fighting. It's good for me. I mean, just look at that. That's the first bit of good news. No, the second bit of good news I've had in this battle. The first one being when I managed to take out quite a lot of those early legionary cohorts. I see things are looking up here because I've got a corner. I've got I can fire. I can attack them from the front and then use the cohort by the side to wait. No, that's not quite right. Well, it didn't turn into a bloodbath because I was able to bring in some reinforcements at the time. It takes me a while to realise that maybe I should bring the general up for moral support. But I do eventually. So now I'm finally getting the feel for the battle. I'm maintaining this segment here, and I'm able to bring in troops around the edge. Pretty touch and go. I'm not gonna lie. The battleometer suggests, yeah, I've taken quite a beating so far. But here we can see it's all going. It's going right now. I'm able to start enveloping, or enveloping, one of the two. Their forces here, and that's when you know you're on the winning streak of a battle. But I didn't realise it's actually into the AI. It's actually into the programming. That if you don't put it on guard mode, you put it in regular mode, and you have two cohorts against each other, there'll be battles around the edges to see who can, like, both sides try to go into outmaneuver each other. So you know that your team's winning when your troops start edging around the sides of the enemy's cohorts. You know, it starts forming into that crescent. What it tries to do is it tries to edge around either side and then swallow it up whole, or something to that effect. And it's great. I've had this game for years and I'm still learning things about it. I think that's wonderful. It's still better than Rome 2 as well. Just putting it out there. I'll say that, I never actually played Rome 2, but it was on sale a while ago on Steam, and I still just didn't have any intention of getting it. And yes, here we go, here's the breakthrough. Was that the Praetorians that are... No, I think that's another legionary cohort, but they've started routing now. I've got my foothold in. The beachhead, well, it's not a beachhead, it's more of a... You can't do a breach. Well, yeah, I've managed to hold the breach, and they will just pour more and more troops in. I mean, there's some people use strategy and some elegant tactics. No, that's not me in this battle. That's not quite what happened. Although you could say from a strategic output, at sort of point, I managed to outwit the AI who just refused to move most of their forces to this key battleground. Here we go, this is what I wanted. They're sending their troops in piecemeal, and I've got the regional advantage. Isn't this wonderful? Just a sort of little that bit a while ago where I just moved my troops up to try and attack them from the flank, and now they're bringing troops, the Praetorians up from early legionaries even, to outflank my outflanking manoeuvre. Well, I say it would be quite touch and go, but I've got the numerical advantage, and finally my general arrives for moral support, and also I think he moves in and does an outflanking manoeuvre. He actually loses quite a few men in this battle. I was quite worried about him towards the end. Well, there we go, look at that, right in the flank. Sounds nasty. And so the most important of all, like, pre-modern battles was where most casualties took place was when once the fighting had gone and one side broke. Hopefully I was able to take these both out before they get to the village square. And I've still got some reserves. That's fantastic. That's good Roman military strategy, that is. Keeping reserves behind. Apart from the Brutii, I hear, who kept most of their army in reserve. So the plan from this point onwards was to send out 3 or 4 legions up there to take out what's left in the village square, and everybody else is going to hold up that path. So they can't reinforce the people in the village square. Take the village square and wait for the countdown timer, which is simple enough. I did have a plan of trying to take those towers as well, but there's no way of going up there. You have to go up to the gatehouse before you can get on top of the walls. It's a bit of a pain. Either that or it was just the AI playing, just the manoeuvring AI playing up. Pathfinding, it's a real problem during siege battles, but oh, look at that Archer Auxilia, it's down to 13 men and still being fired on. I forgot about those. That was the tragic loss. But yeah, I was too busy making sure my general didn't get killed at this point. So what I've got here, we've got some legionary cavalry, and no, armoured cavalry even. And we've got the general, some other cavalry, and 2 sets of gladiators. I thought could be a problem if I didn't handle it right. And at the moment I'm not handling it right because I've just isolated my general from the rest of his troops. Yeah, I've got a slight numerical advantage there, and also the fact that in a straight fight, legionaries would beat gladiators, I think. Especially with the help of cavalry. Cavalry beat gladiators, hands down, and causes a morale effect. Oh yeah, this was a bit where I was trying to climb on the wall, and I realised there's no way to get in without going to the gatehouse, which is where all the troops are. They're finally starting to realise that they can't have all their troops around the gatehouse, if you'll notice in the background. Oh, look at the way this is formulated. I thought this was excellent. Really fun to play. I'm still sending those urban cohorts into battle. Have I lost a legion of them? No, there's still 3 of them. I don't know how many survived, but there's down to 60, 38 and 44. Finally remember to turn fire at will on. That's going to be helpful. So here we go, it's legionary cavalry. Fortunately, that's easy to take care of. It's rubbish. It is not worth the 2 turns it takes to produce. Yet somehow I keep on producing it. I mean, cavalry is useless in siege battles anyway, which is it's the way to defeat the Parthians and the Armenians in this game, is focus almost entirely on sieges. Take all of the cities and try not to beat them in the open field. I try not to face them in the open field. Because cavalry just don't have the room to manoeuvre, apart from in that nice large area there. I was able to do quite good. So just discounting exactly what I said there. I was able to, use my cavalry to good effect. My general there. That's a classic hammer and anvil. Bang. Fantastic. Oof. Even if I say so myself, there's no praise like self-praise. And I do it the same thing over there, like have 2 infantry battles going on and I move my general from one to the other, just bang, 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 bang. Well, that's how I remember it anyway. This was yesterday. No, it was the day before yesterday. And I have trouble remembering what happens an hour ago. So 48 hours is really quite exceptional. But here we go. And then I move them around there. And I want them to fire their peeler. And I think they do. Yeah. So now it's my turn to be devastating with the peeler. I wasn't too worried about it happening when I was going through the breach. I was surprisingly dispassionate to say that, I had these troops are all coming forward and they're getting slaughtered. And I say, oh well, turn around, next bunch. The sort of First World War style of infantry management. The more I play this game, the less I worry about infantry losses. I think, oh, well, they're going to get replaced anyway. But I'll tell you who's irreplaceable, that general is down to 13. He's been in some heavy fighting. And I seriously considered not using him. There, even though there's only 3 of them. Only 3 gladiators. And it's perfectly timed that just as that battle's finishing up, this battle starts. And I forget to turn on fire at will. That is going to be crucial. You look at how devastating this is. Because they all form up into a ball there, hoping to make a breakthrough in a single area, including the general. Oh, look at that, timer started. And these fellas here just fire peeler after peeler after peeler, and they're so massed together. It's just devastating. And it's just revenge is sweet for how devastating the peeler attacks were when they first entered the breach. I mean, they're firing away again and again. Despite that, it's surprisingly close run considering they're outnumbered. They're being fired on. But they're able to push through. They almost managed to. What I don't want to do is them to break through where they're sort of holding on to the path there, run up to the village square and knock that timer down. But I was hoping to get this wrapped up before most of the remaining forces turn up and well, they can't win now. I think it's unlikely they're going to win. But I was trying to minimise losses now that I'd maximised them at the beginning. They're all routing now, and in a desperate panic they're trying to get through, but I don't want them to. I want to take out as many at this point here. And there he goes. There goes Queso Brutus. One down. I don't know how many family members have got left. There tends to be quite a lot. It's linked to how many provinces you have. So if you gain a lot of provinces in a short period of time, you'll find yourself with a lot of adoptions and a lot of births in a short period. And this bit, I didn't realise I was clicking on the wrong unit, and I was wondering what my general was playing at. As those three stragglers are at risk of foiling my plans. And I thought, quick attack, and now I realise, no I don't. And it's that I thought I got the general selected, no, this is that 15 urban cohort, that's what's left. Oh, now I realise the general's not doing anything. Let's touch and go. Well, 30 seconds to go. I'm going to win this. It's now just a case of making sure I don't lose too many men. So for some reason I send all my cavalry in to charge it. Yeah, those archer auxiliary were firing at the men and they had their backs to them. So I had to rearrange what was going on. And I don't know why I had this desperate charge there. It doesn't even look very impressive because they kind of stop beforehand so they don't get any charge bonus. Fortunately, the battle ends before they can be annihilated. And there we are, nice clear victory. Quite heavy losses, but considering the battle and how attacking siege assaults are always costly, I think, all things considered, I was fairly successful. So the march in there, and I think I've ended the campaign, and I don't want to deal with public order and I need the money, so exterminate the populace. But a wonderful job of the whole strategic situation in Greece looks a lot better now. And once they've retrained and everything, I can move a lot of them from Apollonia up to Salona and take that out. And then I'm down to needing about 4 more cities. So yeah, Salona, Suggestica looks wide open, and hopefully I can do that before the siege of Thessalonica takes place. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.